Hey, RetconRaider here, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3, where today, our quest to find a cure at Kresh has probably gone about as well as you could really imagine it would have. That is to say, we have now found ourselves locked in a storage room while the local physician runs off to do Vlaakith knows what. But at least no one's tried to kill us, though I imagine that is a very temporary state of affairs. I am not entirely sure on exactly what we're supposed to do from here, though we do have 3 distinct leads in our journal. We've got the Blood of Lathander, which really feels like kind of its own parallel quest line. We've got this one to talk to the captain of the Kresh about the artifact. And then we've got Lae'zel's quest, which is now instructing us to go talk to the Inquisitor. Inquisitor Wargaz, who's all the way over here behind the sealed barrier. So I guess we need to find our way back there to progress the current mess. That said, let's crack this door open and see what happens. We'll try to remain diplomatic where possible. I'm just not sure how much longer that's going to be an option. I suppose we could just teleport out, but that feels extra cheesy. So we'll do things as intended.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Hello? I'm coming out now. Yeah, okay. Purge the infected only. Leave enough to study. Well, diplomacy has failed. But to be fair, I think that was already evident when we flubbed that skill check last time around. Alright, Sternagas. I guess we'll do things your way. Oh man, they've got some of the young here. At least it does look like they cleared the kids out, but I'm still not crazy about killing any of the Gith youth. I mean, screw the adults. Those guys are just plain nasty, but generally speaking, the Gith teens feel like they could still turn things around. But, it is what it is. We'll see what we can do. For now, let's sick Rex on Sternagas, keep her busy. And we'll show these guys we can get as good as we get.
Still on my feet.
Sorry, Raider Jur. Oh, you lived. Good for you.
Best be on my way.
Oh. Fair enough. Oric's fine. That's what false life is for. Oof. Terrible initiative there, but that's fine. Hey, there we go. Right, so apparently the Radiant Orb thing is an AoE. It's just a very small AoE.
Tactical.
Finish off Gustal.
Easy.
Yeah, no mercy for that one. Too dangerous. Gustal out. Now for the rest of these guys, we'll be
Let's finish this.
slightly more
Swift and lethal.
lenient there. Yeah, I think anyone with youth in their name will try to spare.
You bow, or you break.
Though, you know, Lae'zel can't be blamed for her enthusiasm. Let's keep the youth distracted. Whoa, careful there, Rex. Okay, good, good. Oh, step. Wow. Wow, Gish Rock. Way to hit me with a wild curveball and then immediately flub the follow-through.
With haste.
Well, that was your one chance, bud. No do-overs. Gotta know when to hold and know when to fold. Time to shuffle off this mortal coil. Welcome back, Lay. Your move. Hey, good for you. Go down swinging. Get your licks in while you can. As befits a raider.
Need everyone alive and fighting.
Take your...
I will ascend.
All right. Let us gently rock these youth to sleep. Elixir of heroism. Really? Well, reckless bravery only gets you so far. Consider that your surging general's warning.
Now this is my happy place. The hammer's gonna fall.
And there we go. Questionable ethics upheld. Drop the raider. Oof, what a mess. I mean, just to clarify my thought process here, basically my general thinking is that the adult Gith, the raiders, the leaders, and so on, they're the ones who are inherently less redeemable because they've almost certainly taken the lives of outsiders in the name of Lakith or their Gith ideals, whereas the youth, as we've seen generally speaking, seem a lot less sold on it, like there's a lot of uncertainty there. So at least a chance they might turn things around if they survive a near-death experience like this. If they suddenly find themselves outside the direct influence of those leaders. Oh, actual spiced claws of astral beasts. Interesting. I was thinking these might be like the Gith equivalent of bear claw pastries. But yeah, I mean, I feel better at least giving these kids a chance. But nothing's going to come of it mechanically, I'm sure. But at least I can assume it'll help Auric sleep at night. So he can fully enjoy the horrid nightmares of ice picks and brain worms. You know, maybe sleep is overrated. Ring of Elemental Infusion. When you deal acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage using a spell or cantrip, that element infuses your weapon. Until the end of your next turn, you deal an additional 1d4 damage of that element on your first successful weapon attack. The mysterious gem set in this ring seems to change hues whenever you aren't looking. I mean, not the worst item, but not particularly useful for our current crew. How about you, Stornagas? Aberration Hunter's Amulet. A Gith wearing this amulet has advantage on intelligence savings throws. Aberrations also have disadvantage on attack rolls against them. Also grants Ancient Grudges. Touch your amulet to subsume a sliver of the knowledge of the Gith. You gain advantage on attack rolls against aberrations for 3 turns once per short rest. Many a Gith hunter has worn this amulet before you. The strange stones set in swirling silver reverberate with echoes of their magic. I mean, again, not the best item. Definitely very situational, but no reason not to toss that over to Lae'zel.
Time to press ahead.
Dormitory Roster. A roster of duties written in the common tongue, including cleaning, hunting, pest control, surveillance, patrol, combat practice, weapons maintenance, and armor polishing. It bears a reminder to all residents of Kresh Yulek that communications must be written in or translated into Common, as required by the study curriculum. You know what? I actually really appreciate that. An actual explanation for something I've been questioning for a while now. Touché, Larian.
The first 10 protocols. The young must abide them, or bear the Savash's barbed whip.
Sure. Yeah, I feel like they might have other things to worry about right now, but noted. Honestly, though, I really do appreciate the fact that Larian spends so much time trying to fill in those little gaps. They really don't have to, because, I mean, I think most people wouldn't even really care. But it really does help with immersion for people, you know, like me, who do tend to get caught up on a lot of those little and seemingly inconsequential details. Alright, let me just consign this loot to the Shadow Realm real quick. Then we'll continue carving a bloody swath. Oh, I guess not. Perhaps diplomacy is still an option. You know, let me get that door real quick. I was not, in fact, raised in a barn. So, what's up? What's up, bud?
Why is there blood here?
It is a mystery. Who's to say? Certainly not me. Well, gotta go. Oh, you know what? While we're over here, we should actually probably scope out that little acidic grotto. See if that is, in fact, a secret entrance to the back area. I think I've still got... Yeah, we've still got Varsh Koku's boots equipped.
Still breathing, despite everything. No one's stopped me yet. Best be on my way.
I'll just give it a quick gander, see if anything catches our eye. If it looks promising, then we'll worry about the logistics of getting the whole party over there. I don't like that.
Be wary. This place is trapped.
Oh, I like that even less. So what is... Are those just not armed? What? Okay. Huh. Wow, okay. I could have sworn this was something. But no, the camera actually hard stops on this wall. Yeah, okay. I guess I was totally off base on that. Interesting. Though, I am a bit perplexed by these sigils, because... Oh, you know what? Maybe Varsh Koku disabled them. Plus, he did reveal the repulsion mines to us. So yeah, it would make sense if he disabled the traps. Even if we couldn't see those particular ones beforehand. Right, like that one. We just walked right over that. Fair enough. And with that path apparently being a dead end, the only viable option I can think of now is to go back to the captain. We could always try stealing the keystone from her, but I'd be hard-pressed to imagine her not noticing it once we actually bring down that barrier. And that's assuming we even got that far, given how overreactive the theft deterrence mechanics tend to be. Like, she would notice it within seconds and then start randomly accusing people in our party. But, okay, maybe we can actually convince her to let us through now. Now that we actually have multiple quests pointing us that way. Let's see what she has to say. Though, we should top off first just to be safe.
Action, not reaction. Oh, that should more than suffice.
Captain Therizin?
I presume you are not stupid enough to return empty-handed. So, give me the weapon, now!
Bold of you to presume there are limits to my stupidity. Wow, they are really kind of strong-arming us here. We can either hand over the artifact, attack her, or try to stall for time. Interesting. No options to try to bluff our way past or otherwise gain access to the Inquisitor. You know, I've got some leads, I've put some feelers out, but I'm actually here to ask about something else.
Time is finite, as is my patience. Go!
Right. Well... I mean...
One day I'll catch a break.
Can we do anything over here? Oh, we can peek through the barrier. Let's see here. We have a collapsed doorway far side. And then we have a singular bridge leading out this way, but that's likely to where the Inquisitor is waiting. Yeah, that's too distant from the adjacent room to really hint at a secret passage. Alright, well, I mean, for lack of other options, I guess we'll try bluffing with the artifact? It really feels like a bad idea, but it is slightly preferable to just picking a fight. Though I imagine this is apt to end in hostilities as well.
I presume you are not stupid enough to return empty-handed. So, give me the weapon, now!
You have not yet begun to even grasp the extent of my stupidity. Case in point, look at this. I found this artifact on my way out of your office, I guess. What are the odds?
I sincerely hope you know what you're doing.
Shema's Alav. Give it to me!
You know, I was really hoping for more nuanced responses, but... Okay, here you go. I am handing you the artifact now.
No. No!
Yes. There it is. Exactly as described. The Inquisition will finally come to an end. Ah! Trickery? Heresy? How did you... You manipulate it when I cannot? It appears you have been chosen, Istik. You are lucky. It is not for me to question why. Go, seek the Inquisitor below, and take the cursed thing with you.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, that certainly worked out. Huh.
The Inquisitor awaits. Follow the corridor.
Will do, Captain Theresen. I don't suppose you have anything else for us? Any thoughts on the Inquisitor? Any personal requests, perhaps? Hopes? Dreams? Snide remarks?
Finish your business here and leave.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll get right on that. Huh. Man, I really did not see things playing out this way, but I guess... Well, I guess I really shouldn't get ahead of myself. We are delving pretty deep behind enemy lines, and I can't imagine things are going to go as well with the Inquisitor Wargaz.
This place is even more foreboding than the rest of the crash.
You said it.
I hope, no, expect that Ch'rai will aid us.
It's never been that simple before. Don't know why it would be now.
Yeah, Lae'zel, I love you, but you really got to get more genre savvy. My guess is we'll get in there. The artifact will react much the same way it did when we handed it over to Theresen. And the Inquisitor will react accordingly, in full-on Gith-like fashion. And then we'll have to fight our way back out. Though on the bright side, we will also potentially get an opportunity to snag the blood of Lathander, now that we're actually in the old temple vault. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, there was no way the whole thing with the Gith was going to work out regardless. They're not going to let us find some way to cure our infestation in Act 1 of a 3-act game. And likewise, the Dream Visitor is just too important to character, I think, for them to just let us literally pawn them off. Especially now that we know the artifact is tied to the Dream Visitor. See, that, I think, is the most interesting thing about all this, is how increasingly frantic the Dream Visitor, previously established as like a separate entity, has become the further into the creche we've gotten. Which does have me speculating about what might actually be in there. Now that we know it is a Gith artifact, that it potentially contains a brain, a soul. We have been hearing an awful lot about Orpheus lately. And as I noted last time, a lot of those lore items keep dancing around the idea of whether or not he was ever actually killed. Who knows, maybe we'll actually get some answers before we have to inevitably kill this guy. Oh yeah, he's a legendary too. This is definitely a boss fight. Ooh, lots of lore items. But you know what? No, I'll hold off on those until after. Let's not ruin the dramatic pacing. This is a very nice battle arena.
Ah, our esteemed guest. Please approach. We have much to discuss.
We most certainly do. About things and stuff and...
You have something I want. I have the knowledge you need.
I mean, I sincerely doubt that, but sure, let's do this. War guys?
My Arden spoke of one of our kin that escaped a crashing Geik slave vessel.
Right. Vlaakith's justice in flesh.
You have accomplished much, child. I am pleased to finally meet you. I heard there is so much goblin blood on your hands that it soaks their children's nightmares. To business. I suspect you plucked something precious from the Geik ship. Something that belongs to us. The weapon. Give it to me.
Don't do it. The weapon is how I protect you.
Do it. Do not disobey the Inquisitor.
Okay, so the Dream Visitor now just straight up telling us that the weapon, quote-unquote, is directly linked to them. You know, I could certainly hand it over, but I'm not really sure you're going to like what happens when I do.
Perhaps you should leave the thinking to me, Istik. Hand over the weapon.
Right, sure. I mean, that is certainly a thing I can do. Just out of curiosity, though, what exactly is this thing? I mean, I'm no stranger to Eldritch artifacts, and I've never seen anything quite like it.
What business is that of yours? Suffice to say, my queen wants it. But know that you will have been instrumental in stopping the grand design. Hand it over.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad that we're finally putting a stop to that grand design, which, of course, we both know is...
The grand design is what all Geik seek. The restoration of the Illithid Empire, which spanned the entirety of the multiverse. For centuries, their elder brains sought to bring back their dominion. Every plot they hatched, we stopped. But now they are close to succeeding. Never before could they pause ceremorphosis. Never before could they let the infections spread undetected. You saw the thralls gathered on the Geik ship. Imagine that everywhere. Wants, needs, choice, all would cease to be. Everything rendered unto the Geik. So, the weapon. Please.
Don't give it to him.
I mean, I don't know. Attitude aside, this guy is talking a lot of sense, because we certainly do want to put a stop to the rise of the Illithid Empire. Even if it does involve potentially working with minions of Drakiith, the vile Lich Queen of the Astral Plane. But, you know, if you really don't want me to do this, you could certainly be more forthcoming with your true intentions.
No.
So it is found.
Oh, crap.
Drakiith Gorg Shkathzai.
My queen. Shkathzai.
You are permitted to look upon me. You are invited to kneel.
The deathless queen has spoken. You will obey.
I am so tempted to just wave politely. But no, as a dungeon master, I know well the perils of taunting deities straight to their faces. That's actually how Harold the Exterminator did it. I was just going over my old campaign notes a week or two ago. It was after an adventure where the party had plundered a shrine of Camazotz, the demon god of vampires, and thus found themselves confronted by his wrathful avatar. And yeah, it didn't go great. I didn't have it explicitly in my notes, but I believe Harold's blood was turned to poison? So yeah, long story short, personal feelings about Drakiith aside, I think we will, in fact, kneel.
These attendants you keep, you taught them well, my child, my Lae'zel.
Shma Zala Drakiith. You know me.
Our Lord of Kalir speaks most highly, as did Alchaya before. You seek purity. I may yet grant it. Istik, you bear that which is ours. But are you friend, or are you thief?
Well, that is a bit of a loaded question, Your Godliness, because I've got to say, up until like 30 seconds ago, I really thought I was in for a fight here. And not that I would be having a face-to-face with an actual god. But, you know, I'm going to go with unlikely hero.
Your utility is proven. But your heroism is yet to be witnessed. A test, then, to see if you are as capable as you profess to be. That weapon you carry, the astral prism, it is corrupted.
I will cleanse it for you, my queen. Tell me how.
There is someone inside. Their mind is warped, broken, a blight. They are an agent of the Grand Design, sent to sabotage the astral prism. Our last defense against the return of the Illithid Empire. As long as they live, the prison is compromised. Kill them! Do this, and I will cleanse you and your allies. Do this, and ascend!
Ascension. My queen. An honor gained. A burden borne. You must accept. Refuse, and you will
shall know my fury.
All due respect intended, your queenliness. But it's my understanding that the entity inside this astral prism is the only thing keeping me from falling under the sway of the Absolute. My brain is full of so many worms, ma'am. I feel like killing this entity might be directly detrimental to my long-term health.
You are being lied to. I will be obeyed!
Skva! Do not defy my queen!
Uh-huh, right, of course. And if anyone knows anything about lying... yes, of course, my mistake, your queenliness. I will get right on that. I will enter this prism, and I will confront the entity you wish slain. That is what I will do.
Use the Planecaster's power to enter the artifact. Be wary of the creature's lying tongue. Cut it out if you must. Wargas, they are not to leave until it is done.
As you say, my queen.
Shma Zalav Lakith. We will not waste a second. Vlakith has spoken. Do not leave this room except to enter the prism. Turn your back on me, and you will feel my blade against it.
Okay, I feel like things just went from, like, I don't know, a leisurely 50 or 60 miles an hour without a seatbelt to just shy of light speed. I was not expecting direct divine intervention before the end of Act 1.
Place the weapon in the Planecaster. Fulfill my queen's most holy edict.
Yeah, I will definitely get right to that. That is right on the top of my to-do list. Guys, group huddle.
The Undying Queen has spoken. Insert the artifact into the Cresh's Planecaster. We will kill the threat inside, and I will have Vlakith's eternal regard. She will cleanse me. She will ascend me.
I mean, Lae'zel, I really don't think that's what you want. I'm fairly certain ascend in this context means she'll devour your soul, as she has so many of her loyal followers before you.
My orders were to keep the artifact safe, not pry into it. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious as to what exactly it's hiding.
Yeah, I do hear that. I mean, it does present us with a very unique opportunity.
Not in the habit of arguing with gods, but I'm not sure what to do. Whatever might be corrupted about the prism, it's helped us thus far. Not sure I trust the Gift Queen not to crush us once we've done what she asks.
Good instincts, Karlach, and that is also a very distinct possibility, if not just a given. The odds of her actually sparing us after we do this, even if we do exactly what she wants, are pretty much slim to none. And of course, I imagine trying to leave at this point would immediately result in hostilities. Yeah, like, note that Vlakith very distinctly did not say she would save us or cure us. I believe she specifically said she would purify us and or ascend us, although ascension was specifically just for Lae'zel, all of which are essentially just divine euphemisms for various things that could be much less pleasant than actually being saved. And yeah, as far as the entity inside the astral prism, the one thwarting Vlakith's will, it's gotta be Orpheus, right? That's pretty much the only entity they've set up for it at this point. Alright, well this has really kind of thrown me for a loop because I really honestly thought we were coming in here for a fight. So, you know what? I think we're going to have to call it here, because I'm going to need a moment to mentally recalibrate and mull on our potential options here. We'll hit the pause button for now, but we will pick up here next time. Honestly, I think the most bonkers thing here is that this is all an optional encounter. See you then. Oh, and special thanks to the Raiders, the fine folks who help make these videos possible, including but not limited to Eerie V23, Revenant, Alois, CrowkingLoR, Dragon Matrix 7, Drakiith, EgonAlter, Exsellsior, Gottlieb, James Trimmier, Kazorm, Mark Giemza, Nathan Welch Jr., OverlordPherom, RandomPassrby, RobbyB, Tomasz Piątkowski, Triphoppenskip, and Valinrook. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, if you'd also like to help support the channel, then feel free to push the buttons that do the things. Trust me, it does make a difference. Or you could even check out the PayPal, the Patreon, the Nexus GG, or the YouTube memberships. Links are in the description.